host with the most. I do not brag or boast, and I'm coming to you guys live from coast to coast. It's your boy. I'm Chris the Dom One. Feel free to hit the subscription button, the notification bell, share this live stream with your friends, family, as well as your followers. Get at me. How y'all living? I'm living swell. Give me a second here, y'all. Give me a second here. You fancy, huh? You fancy, huh? All right. So, got another great live stream. Yesterday I cranked out 2 live streams as well as some shorts. I'm doing 2 live streams today. I'm gonna crank out some more shorts. I might squeeze in a video, but yeah. Or have a video done, and I'll probably pop that sometime this week. All right. So, uh, if you want to further support the channel, hit the join membership button. Remember, membership has its privileges. You can also super chat. You can always super sticker. Okay. By all means necessary. This is optional, clearly optional to you as the consumer. All right. So, without further ado, let's get into today's topic. And today's topic, I got a doozy for you. All right. So I was watching this content creator on YouTube, and you guys know I butcher names on a constant, consistent basis. I think her name is Demisha Dope Discussions. I've been subscribed to her channel. I've been following her channel for a long period of time. You would think, since I followed her channel for a long period of time, you would think I can pronounce or pronunciate her name. All right. So if any of her fans come, or if she watches this video, I apologize. I apologize. I butchered your name. But I felt like I watched this video from start to finish. And if you're not familiar with her, get familiar with her. By the way, go subscribe to her YouTube channel. I'm going to try to pin her YouTube channel in the comment section. So I will pin her YouTube channel in the comment section. She'll be having some real dope discussions, real conversations about relationships. She gives you relationship advice. Um, you know, being a man, dating. I like her content. I really f with her content. Hey, how you doing? How you doing? Okay. Hey, Cricket, how you doing? I'm doing swell. All right. Got 15 people in the building. Could y'all do me a favor? Hit the like button. Share it with your friends, family, as well as your followers. If you're not subscribed, subscribe. Okay? So, without further ado, let's get into today's topic. So, I was watching one of her videos yesterday, and she was talking about how the 304 movement has not only hit the wall, you look like a bald, dark charcoal. Charcoal. I don't know. Okay, cool. All right. You like looking at men? Cool. I'm just letting you know I don't swing that way. That's all I'm saying. But anyway, so yeah, I was watching one of her videos yesterday, and she's talking about how the 304 movement has just smashed into a brick wall. The era of the 304 movement is dead. It's DOA. All right. Your country, Cricket. I'm from the US of A, my brother. What about you? What country you going to represent today? By the way, anybody living in a certain state, a certain country, shout them out in the comment section. All right. Italy. Italy. Why did I say Italy? India. Chris, can you say India? India. Okay. So, yeah, she was talking about how it's gotten so bad out here for a lot of these women, a lot of these 304s, and they like for men to buy the box. If you don't know what the box is, the cookies. If you don't know what the cookies are, I don't know what to tell you. You like dark chocolate? I love dark chocolate. All right. No, I don't like dark chocolate. I like chocolate. I don't like dark chocolate. Because ain't dark chocolate kind of salty? The real dark chocolate, ain't it real kind of like salty? But anyway, I don't know. So, yeah, she was talking about how the 304 movement, now these women out here on social media, you know, when it was popping, how all the women on social media is selling their box. I don't like chocolate. I like white chocolate. I'm not a fan of white chocolate. But you know, if you like it, I love it. But she was talking about how the 304 movement has came and went, and you had a lot of women out here selling their box for like 1,000, for 2,000, for 3,000. If you let me talk, you will understand what I'm talking about. You will get with the program. You will be familiar. All right. So she was talking about how women out here selling their goodies for like 1,000, 5,000, 10,000. Spending a night with them and things of that nature. But how now a lot of men are not for that anymore. And it's for different reasons. First, just dealing with the baggage of a woman if she's entertaining selling her box. Now you got to deal with her and her situations. Hold up, Cricket. I will answer all your questions at the end. Okay. I appreciate you. I appreciate you watching, though. I really do appreciate it, and I appreciate it if you hit the like button. I appreciate everyone in the building that hits the like button. But yeah, you have to deal with a woman when you have to fly them out. You have to wine and dine them. You have to take them out, and then when the night's over, you have to pay for the box. So a lot of men are growing tired of doing that. First and foremost, there's a lot of men out there that can't put themselves in that type of situation, doing that type of activity, because of their status, because of their job, because of their stature. So a lot of men out there are not even doing that because you can't do that undercover. You can't do that in the dark, particularly with social media. If you've been following the news, there's been a lot of high profile men that are finding themselves in bad situations, losing their reputation, losing their job, losing money with legal fees and things of that nature, being prosecuted for a crime. So there's a lot of men out there that is not going to do that because it's even though you're getting like 8 minutes of pleasure, is that 8 minutes is satisfying enough to lose everything that you have worked hard for? No. So a lot of men are not even entertaining that. And the men who have nothing to lose are not entertaining it because of the economic situation. A lot of men that are working 9 to 5 jobs, they can't spend $1,000 or fly a girl out, spend $1,000 for her box. So even men that are working 9 to 5s can't do that because money-wise, they just don't have that type of money. They don't have an extra $1,000 floating around or an extra $10,000 floating around. So there's a lot of men that are not entertaining that. Okay, and another thing is so many women out there that is doing this service. You're pretty much oversaturating the market. Okay, if you are a woman and you're selling box, you have to realistically think about this for a second. Because for every one of you, there's like 1,000 other women that is offering this service. So women in your age group or your demographic or whatever are doing the same thing that you're doing. And then on top of that, you got women who are famous, who have some type of, name, and a lot of guys gravitate to these women. Okay, you have to fight, you have to compete with them as well. So it's an oversaturated market. You might hit a lick and get once. You might get a sucker once or twice, a few months. But then the rest of the year, you're not gonna, that same person is not gonna come back. You don't, they'll be satisfied, but they're not gonna come back for your services again. Because men like to seek and conquer. You know, it's different when you're seeking and conquering the same box every month. All right. So a lot of guys are not entertaining that for different reasons. All right. So now a lot of these women, what are a lot of these women are doing? They're trying to evolve themselves in other aspects, particularly in social media, particularly in communities. They're reaching out to going into other arenas. All right. You got some women that is still offering this service, like the OnlyFans thing. Remember how OnlyFans, it was popping and booming, like when we had COVID, when everyone was stuck in the house. OnlyFans was popping. All right. Now OnlyFans is not even popping. If you go on OnlyFans right now, that same girl that was offering you have to, she was charging you $50 a month to watch her content. I guarantee you she has a deal. She has a sale where it's $3 a month. Or if you buy, or she's bundling months together to make ends meet. All right? Because now just about every woman has an OnlyFans. All right? Plus, on top of that, there's content out there that is free, that's been free, that you can watch and entertain yourself. Okay? And now with the flying women out, it's just not feasible money wise. And if you got some type of stature, if you got some type of reputation, or you're very, very successful, you're not going to entertain it to risk losing all that for one night of pleasure. So there's different reasons why a lot of men are not entertaining this stuff. So you got the top 10% of men that's up there that's not entertaining this stuff. All right. And then if you look at the bottom 10, they can't afford to get into anything that you're offering anyway. So now a lot of these women are doing discounts. They're lowering their the opportunity of smashing them. And she was saying on her video, there's a content, I guess she's a content creator. She's an OnlyFans model. She's got a package where you can get the box for $10. You can get some throat services for $6. But if you want both of them together, she's charging like less than $20. And once again, it's an oversaturated market. Every woman that done got a bag, they're probably not going to get that bag again from that same individual. They have to scour the universe to find another guy that's going to offer that amount of money. And there's not a lot of guys out there that's going to offer that type of money. It's just not. Okay, the top 10% guys will probably do it because that's throwaway money to them. That's no big deal type of money to them. But a 9-to-5 guy, that's a lot of money. That's a house note. That's a mortgage. That's a car payment. That's, going on a trip. That's going to a football game. A lot of guys are, they can't justify spending that amount of money for like 7 or 8 minutes of pleasure in bed. They just can't justify it. They just can't wrap it around their brains. And they shouldn't. All right? So now you got a lot of these women, they have to, lower the bar when it comes to their payments. Back when COVID, they was probably getting a whole bag. There was women talking about they was getting money from simps. These simps are giving them all types of money. These guys are buying Berkeley bags for them and this, that, and the third. You don't hear that a lot anymore. Because, let's just face it, when you look at the economy is not in a good place. And it hasn't been in a good place for a while. So now you're pinching your pennies. Certain things you can do, certain things you can't do. And that's not for the 9 to 5 crowd. That's also for the top percent. The guys that the throwaway money. It used to be throwaway money 5 or 7 years ago. Now it's not throwaway money anymore. Now they're pinching their pennies. They're saving a lot more. You know, clubs, they're not going to the club all the time. You know, there's a lot of strip clubs that are no longer in business because the clientele was men, and there's not a lot of men are attending these strip clubs. All right, so if that was your lane, how you was making your money, you're gonna have to figure out other ways to supplement making that type of money. And that's why I say a lot of these women are doing other things. They're going on these podcasts. They're being more of content creators. They're being models. Fashion Nova, whatever that's going on. They're trying to associate themselves and trying to make a lick elsewhere instead of making that easy money. That easy money is not there no more. It's not there no more. All right. So when I was listening to her video and she was talking about these different things that are going on, particularly on social media, because it wasn't just her, it was plenty of other women that are reducing their prices as far as a night of pleasure. It's not just her, it's a whole slew of women. So what happens when the market change? When at one point with the market, you had like a lot of women out there making a lot of money, a lot of bread selling box. And now that market is oversaturated. Now every female is selling box. And now since it's an oversaturated market, you have to stand out from the others. So what you're going to have to do, you're going to have to do sales, discounts, to continue to make some type of money selling box. All right. But a lot of men are not, even with the sales, a lot of men are not entertaining that because it's not worth the risk. If you are any type of success, if you have any type of stature, if you have any type of reputation, or you're very successful in your job, a lot of guys ain't doing it. Is the box price going down? Definitely Kelly Price said, yes, the box is definitely going down in a major way. So this is like the end of the 304 era. It's here today, gone tomorrow. So yeah, when I saw that video, and I've been noticing it on social media because a lot of these girls that would love to brag how much money they're making on social media, they're not making those brag videos or tweets or anything or more because it's hard to come by. All right. So I saw this one girl and I follow her. Her name is Miss Trigger Happy, and she was notoriously known for making that type of bread. Guys who get no box talking about box. I don't get that. I don't get that. You have to you got more than like 10 characters in your messaging. You can message, you know, you're gonna have to expand on that. Are you talking about me or somebody else? I don't know. All right. Come back, okay, with a clear message. You get no box. Okay, I don't get no box. I don't get no box. I don't. Okay. All right. Cool. Okay. Did that make you happy? Because whatever you like, I love it. All right. So, but yeah, when she was talking about that, and back to now, we all get boxed. Yeah, we do all get boxed. All right. And you're right. You definitely right. We all get boxed. But he doesn't want me to have box. So let's just let's play along with it to massage his ego. I'm Chris Don One, don't get no box. I don't get no box. Let's massage his ego. All right. So yeah, but back to Miss Trigger Happy. Like that money isn't coming. So she's doing other things. And I don't got nothing against Miss Trigger Happy. I did a video on her, and it's on my channel. When I had my other Twitter account, she followed me. She appreciated the video, appreciated the honesty, what I said in the video. But um, you know, that's when she was popping. She was popping like 3 or 4 years ago. Now it's not so much because she's competing with other women out there. Now her daughter is in the game. Okay, so now her daughter's trying to do it. Are we getting 5 grand from Mr. Trump? Greg, I don't believe that. I don't believe Trump is going to give us any money. If anything, Trump is going to take a lot of money from us. Okay, but but moving on. Nope, that's what Lynn said. Nope, nope. But moving on from that, we're gonna move out of that discussion. We're gonna go. And by the way, check out. I think her name is Madika. I think I'm butchering her name. Dope Discussions. I'm going to pin her channel in the comment section when this live stream is over with. We got 51 people in the building. Can y'all please hit the like button? All right. So let's move on to the other topic of discussion. I had a midget on and a buffet lunch. Okay. All right, good for you. But anyway, let's move on to Kanye. So Kanye has been trending for the past month. All right. Kanye. Okay. Now, he did come out with a song. I think it came out yesterday. I haven't heard the song yet. And he said some things, not in the song, but he said in an interview, and I'm gonna have to paraphrase because he said that he went down, or his cousin went down, or he went down on his cousin. All right, and this is Kanye has been saying a lot of crazy things. Has been doing a lot of crazy things. This is on the eve of him wearing a Ku Klux Klan get up outfit. Instead of white, all white, it's all black. He's talking the Holocaust and all that stuff. Clearly, this is a man, and I said in a live stream when I was talking about Ye's tomfoolery, you can clearly tell this is a man that's crying for help. He just don't know how to say it. The man, and like I said in my live stream, you have to understand, Kanye has been through a lot. We have all been through a lot. I mean, I have been through a lot, but I don't think I have never been. I have been in. I don't know if it's a certain amount of a lot where you just say out of pocket stuff, you do out of pocket things. Life is a struggle sometimes. And sometimes, you just can't get the worst times in your life, it can't get the best of you. So Kanye is basically crying for help. All right. His mother passed. His relationship with Kim Kardashian, it seems like that's not going nowhere. It seems like his kids don't want to necessarily deal with him. He's business wise, him and Adidas fell off. A lot of people that was in his corner, like Jay-Z and Beyonce, he put a wedge in that relationship, what he said about their child. Kanye, and I said this in a live stream, I think it was like a couple of months ago, and I said, and I still believe it, Kanye is crying for help. He's saying, hey, please help me, because I don't know how to help myself. Okay? And that's what Kanye is doing at this point of time. And I feel so bad. It's go Cavs. Definitely go Cavs. What's up, Greg in the building? Go Cavs. And we're going to talk about some sports stuff too. Just give me on this Kanye thing. I feel so sad for Kanye. Kanye has done a lot for the hip hop culture. Kanye has done a lot for the fashion culture. Uh, Kanye, when it's all said and done, Kanye had a impact in yes sir. Kanye had an impact with the hip hop culture as well as the fashion culture. Love it or hate it, he has had an impact. Now, yeah, there have been impacts that have been positive. There have been some impacts that have been negative. But for better or for worse, he's a name that's not going to be forgotten. But Kanye has a lot of stuff going on that, uh, first and foremost, Kanye got too many yes men. Kanye got too many people in his corner that's not going to tell him the truth about himself. And the ones that were telling the truth about him, he got rid of them. He cut ties. He severed ties with them. So in a way, you can't blame the people that are still associated with Kanye. You can't blame them or fault them if they don't want to step out and say, "Hey, Kanye, you are really effing up," because they saw what he did to the people that was trying to tell him right for wrong, and he got rid of them. He severed their ties with them. So, but Kanye needs someone in their corner that's not going to care about losing their friendship with Kanye or their relationship with Ray J. Is on live right now. God damn, Ray J. I'm talking about Ray J too. But I feel like this, what Kanye's going through, what Ray J going through, I think this is a direct line to their past traumas, and they just don't know how to handle their traumas, and they just don't know how to say, hey, I need help. I'm messed up. Okay. So there's a lot of people out there that don't know how to do that. People think that that is easier said than done, but no, it takes a lot of courage. It takes a lot of courage to uh, want help. And you have to understand, as men, uh, we're not, we're already battling our own egos. All right, because we think we can't do no wrong. We're supermen. We're invincible. Nothing can bring us down. Nothing could, emotions. We shouldn't show emotion and all that jazz. So, Kanye is just seeking. He's just asking for help. He's just asking it in the wrong way. And I wish the best for Kanye. I hope he gets the help he needs, but he definitely needs to, first and foremost, he needs to get those yes men out the corner, or allow those yes men to say with their chest, tell them how they really feel about what Kanye has been doing. All right, and yes, before it's too late. All right, before it's too late. All right, but back to Ray J. Man, Ray J has been wild himself, and I think part of it is the trauma that he's going through. And Ray J, when Ray J first came in the music scene, or Hollywood, or however you want to, Ray J had always had to fight to get what he wanted. He was always in the shadow of Brandy. Brandy and it had nothing to do with Brandy. Don't get it twisted or confused. Um, it's just in the music world in Hollywood, Brandy was bigger than Ray J. It's just that simple. And when you have that, and you're competing with your sibling, and you got everyone in her corner, and you have no one in your corner, it hits a little different. All right, and that can be emotionally scarring as well. And then Ray J has his issues with his baby mama, and their in their situation. Even though I think a week ago they were at some event and they were smiling, But how many of those moments he have with her when everything is all good? And how many times when things are all bad, they start thinking about, well, this isn't going to work. So yeah, Ray J is another guy that you feel kind of bad, you feel kind of sad for the guy, okay? But a lot of his issues, just like Kanye West, as well as Ray J, is self-inflicted. A lot of a lot of things that they're going through, they cause those issues. We got like 60 people in the building. Can y'all please hit the like button? I beg you to hit the like button. All right. I even dare you to hit the subscription button, the notification bell, and share it with your friends, family, as well as your followers. But yeah. Yeah, Ray J is yeah, I feel sorry for Ray J. But yeah, it's just one of those things. Let me see. Someone said something about Cleveland. Let me Okay, well, let's get on to the Cleveland Cavaliers. Yes, sir. Greg mentioned something about the Cleveland Cavaliers. All right. So I hope, even though I don't think it's going to be true, Greg, I hope the Cleveland Cavaliers win a championship. Because that city deserves something. Okay? Particularly with all the stuff they went through. They drafted the King, LeBron James. Their first stint with LeBron James, they went to the NBA Finals, didn't do nothing on top of that, and then it was drama after drama, and then LeBron left Cleveland to take his talents to South Beach. LeBron won a couple of chips with the Miami Heat, come back to Cleveland on his second stint, won a championship with the Cleveland Cavaliers, and got out of there when things was going to be worse for the Cleveland Cavaliers. And the Cleveland Cavaliers has been struggling ever since he left. Now, they had made a lot of decisions. Dan Gilbert, whoever's doing the decision making over there in Cleveland, that is paying dividends for the Cleveland Cavaliers that we see today. The Cleveland Cavaliers have a possibility of going deep into the playoffs. I don't pick Cleveland to represent the East, particularly in the NBA Finals. I still think it's Boston. I think Boston has a hellified team, but if Boston struggles or if Boston has a serious injury with one of their stars, it's anybody's game. It can be Detroit. It can be the Knicks. It can be the Cleveland Cavaliers. Because those teams I just mentioned, they're lit top to bottom. They have very few weaknesses. They have a solid bench. And I would love to see the Cleveland Cavaliers go to the NBA Finals. I don't think Los Angeles is going to be there. I think it's going to be OKC. And man, would that be special? The two teams that had the biggest stars on each team is in the NBA Finals, and they don't have those stars. OKC minus Kevin Durant, Russell Westbrook, James Harden, the Cleveland Cavaliers without Kyrie Irving, LeBron James, Kevin Love. And they do that again in the NBA Finals. And that will be good for the league. It's good for the cities, Cleveland and Oklahoma City, but it would be great for the league because it'll show to the world, particularly about the NBA, that anyone can win the champ, anyone can be in the finals. You don't have to build a super team. You don't have to have the best of the best stars on one team. You don't have to be that iconic team like the Lakers, the Celtics, or the Knicks to get any hope that you're going to win a title. I think this would put a huge, be a huge impact for the National Basketball Association. That anything is possible. You'll be hearing that, okay? But yeah, go Cleveland. But I don't think they're gonna win. But yeah, go Cleveland. Go Cleveland. All right. So We got 64 people in the building. Can y'all please hit the like button? Please hit the like button. If you haven't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. And while you're subscribing, hit the notification bell. Share this with your friends, family, as well as your followers. 65 people in the building. Y'all got some questions for me. I want to take this time to ask y'all questions. Ask away. Ask any question, no matter how dumb it sounds or look or how ridiculous. If you want to troll me, troll me. I don't care. Those were my topics. I ran out of topics. So, if anybody got some questions, I want to at least wait until, I want to at least be on here for like 40 minutes. At least 40 minutes, okay? Go check out my short. I just recently uploaded a video a couple of days ago of story time. So go check that video out. I'm going to probably do a video, a part 2 to that story. All right? I don't know. I'm not 1,000% sure. But I think I'm going to do that. Okay? But yeah. Go Cleveland. Go Oklahoma City Thunder. Go Detroit. Go the Knicks. I want to see somebody there that has never was unable to get a title. All right, it's been a while since they got a title, or they never had a title. I want to see something different in the NBA. Okay, Shur Sanders, I heard that he's dropping like a ton of bricks in the NFL mock drafts. I don't believe it, because to me, and I know a lot of people, y'all gonna hit the comment section. Just wait before you start saying I'm crazy. But Shur Sanders, to me, reminds me of Tom Brady. Whoop. Before you comment, before you get on your keyboard warriors and say that I'm crazy, just hear me out. Shur Sanders isn't the most athletic quarterback. He's not the fastest quarterback. He's not the quarterback that's got the biggest arm. I'm not saying that he doesn't have all those intangibles. But guess who else didn't have all of those intangibles? It was Tom Brady. What made Tom Brady successful in the NFL? One, first of all, he didn't have a huge ego. He let the coach, he let the owners own, and he was just a player. A player just played. He played within himself, and he played in the system. That guy's Joe, come on, Joey C. Just hear me out, okay? Before you start calling me this, that, and the third, hear your boy out, all right? What I'm saying is Shur Sanders has a lot of the intangibles that Tom Brady had. And if you put Shur Sanders on a solid team that's got some players on the offense and defensive end, if you put him on a team that has a quarterback that knows, a coach that knows his X's and O's, Shur Sanders wants to be teach. He wants to learn. He's not coming in there big-headed or anything like that. Depending on the team, Shur Sanders is going to have a huge impact on that team. Shur Sanders is team first. I know he does the little watch thing. I know sometimes he comes off flashy, has the chains. I know he's cut from the same cloth as Deion Sanders. But I think he's different from his father. Deion had the intangibles. He was athletic. He was fast. He had the IQ. He had the motor. He had the heart. Okay? We knew Deion Sanders was going to be special right out the gate. No one said that Deion Sanders was not going to be special. All right? Shur Sanders has the heart. Shur Sanders has the same intangibles as Tom Brady. And if you put him on a solid team that's got players on both sides of the ball, They have a coach that knows his X's and O's, and he's willing to come in there as just one of the guys. That's going to be a special team. That's going to be a special team. But he just can't just go anywhere. He can't go to the New York Giants. The New York Giants are going to squander Shur Sanders. They're not going to use him to the best of his ability. I'm a huge Dallas Cowboy fan. Okay? Look at all this blue. Okay? I wear the blue because I'm not a Crip. I'm just a huge Cowboy fan. All right? I'm a huge Dallas Cowboy fan. I don't even want to see Shur Sanders on the Dallas Cowboys. We're going to misuse him. We don't have a coach. I'm not sure about this coach that we have in the first place. We have talented players on both sides of the ball, but we got Dak Prescott, and we will have to eat up. We have to eat a lot of money to trade him to another team. So I don't see that happen. Plus, Jerry Jones is going to be in the Kool-Aid, and I hate to say this as a Dallas Cowboy fan, and I'm not wishing this on Jerry Jones, but I don't see a day where Jerry Jones is going to step aside and hire someone that knows football. I don't see that day. So the only way we're going to get right if, Jerry Jones have to RIP, I'm not wishing it. I'm not wishing it on Jerry Jones. But Jerry Jones might have to, RIP for us to get better. I'm not wishing it. I'm not wishing upon a star. I'm just saying. I said when we all get to celebrate Jerry Jones' life and he goes into the hereafter, I think the Dallas Cowboys will have a better chance then. That's just, unless his son's gonna be like his dad. I don't see his son being like his dad. I don't see the son being like his father. I think the son is smart enough to know, look, we have to have some people in here that know a thing or two about football. So I think out of the two in the family, I think the son will do it. Will hire somebody quicker than Jerry Jones, because Jerry Jones is stuck in his own way. Jerry Jones think we still in the 90s. Someone need to tell Jerry Jones that we haven't been in the 90s in a long time. Jerry Jones was successful when the NWA came out. Straight out of Compton, cranked the look from Ice Cube with an attitude. Remember that? Jerry Jones was successful when that was bumping up and down the street. All right? Boys in the Hood. When that movie came out, that's when we was successful. A lot of MC Hammer, all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? That's been like almost that's been many moons, Jerry Jones. We ain't never been like that, But yeah, I'm not wishing anything on Jerry Jones. I'm just saying that's the only way it's going to happen. Hate to say that, but it's true. It's true. Yeah. So I really do appreciate you guys coming in, hollering at your boy. Check out my other live stream. I did a review on The Last of Us, episode 1. And I talked a little bit briefly about episode 2. No spoilers. I'm not going to, because believe it or not, there's people out there that haven't even watched the season yet. They're waiting for the season to end and then they watch it. So I don't want to, I don't want to do that. I don't, particularly with seasons, you kind of want to wait like maybe 5 or 6 months and then talk about the season, even though it'd be old news, but it'd be something to talk about. By that time, someone that was interested in watching it would have already watched it. You feel what I'm saying? But yeah, you smelling me? You smelling me? All right. So yeah, I'm gonna end it right here, guys. Really appreciate you guys coming by. It's your boy, the host with the most of Do Not Brag or Boast. I'm coming to you guys live from coast to coast. Feel free to hit the subscription button, the notification bell, hit the like button. Those are free. Don't take that much time to do all three of them. Okay. Now this is optional. It's up to you. You can do super chat. You can do super stickers. Hit the join membership button. Remember, membership has its privileges. Okay. Those are optional things. Okay. But I'd like to thank everyone that came into the building. I'm up out of here. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. I might do a live stream tomorrow because I gotta hurry and get up out of here. I got some things to do. So I'll talk to you later. Deuces.